Hi, I'm Joy Johnston, and welcome to the first ever edition of Mercer Island View. Bad weather usually happens in the fall and winter, but an earthquake could happen at any time. It could happen 100 years from now, or it could happen tomorrow. If an earthquake were to happen tomorrow, would you know how to shut off the gas to your house? Would you know how to get information if other lines of communication were down? I'm meeting with Emergency Preparedness Officer Jennifer Franklin. We're here at a Mercer Island residence home, and we're going to show you how to handle some of those things if a disaster were to happen. So, Officer Franklin, thank you so much for taking the time to explain to Mercer Island citizens how they can prepare for disasters.
Thank you, Joy.
What are some of the most important things to know about being prepared for disaster?
I think the biggest and most important thing is that citizens realize they need to be prepared for at least 7 days on their own. Their families, their pets, they themselves, they're not the resources here at the city to be able to go ahead and take care of them for those 7 days, so they need to be prepared. And that's what we're doing here, is we want to show you what the kits are, what supplies you could have to go ahead and be prepared. And it's not as daunting as we think. You know, at first you think, oh, I don't want to get prepared, it takes too long, it's too much work. And really, it's actually fairly easy. It can be done in just a couple hours. The first thing is our kits here. And this is actually can be ordered online. It's very inexpensive. And for me, when I did it, all I did was I ordered, and I got this big bucket, which has different food supplies in it. It's got a stove. Pots and pans are in here. Water purification tablets are in here. These are the purification tablets. There's quite a bit of different equipment in here that you can have. And it's very easy. It's all self-contained. Along with this came items in here like much needed duct tape. We all need duct tape. Energy bars. Rope. I think rope is something that you just never know when you're going to end up having to go ahead and use this. Warming pads, heating pads. There's actually a shelter, some plastic shelter, so that if you had to go ahead and make a tent or something for shelter, you could. Sanitary items, again, water being the main source, but we'll talk more about water in just a minute. Also in the kit is, this is a fantastic battery-operated radio, as well as hand crank radio. So if you didn't, for some reason, your batteries went dead, all you'd have to do is crank this up, and you have AM/FM. You also have the ability of a light in here, and it also has a flashing light on it as well, in case for emergencies. Chem lights can be really useful. You know, if you didn't have a flashlight for some reason, you just break these open and it lights up. It's kind of nice. Of course, our gloves. You need to have gloves out there. You have masks. Masks are very good in case you have a situation where the air is compromised. You need to go ahead and have these just for breathability. And here we have a handy-dandy whistle. If for some chance you ended up getting stuck into rubble or trapped somehow, your voice is going to give out. So having a whistle actually is really, really helpful. We have a first aid kit, and everybody should have one of those just in case something does happen and you need to take care of yourself. Also with this is we have, and this is available through the city, just it's a brochure that we have that will explain how to do everything, how to go ahead and strap down your hot water heater, how to go ahead and bracket mirrors and heavy objects to the studs in your wall so they don't come toppling down, how to take care of your pets in here, what to do, also emergency contacts. So it's really got a lot of information here that's very, very useful. On top of that as well is this help and OK sign that when you go ahead and have a situation, let's say that you do have somebody that's hurt inside your house or you can't move, if you can put this up in the window, when we have our teams come out, they know that they need to go ahead and take care of this house. If you're actually okay, then you can put this out and we don't have to go through and search your house. We know you're all right. So it saves us time so we can help those that really need it.
That's great. Well, Besides the kit and the supplies that you might need, what are some other ways you can prepare your home for disasters?
I think the first thing is going to be your hot water heater. There's a ton of water in there that could be of value to you if it's not compromised. But the only way it won't be compromised if it's standing upright and isn't compromised in terms of backflow of damaged or dirty water coming back into it. So we're going to strap down the hot water heater.
Great.
Strapping the hot water heater. It used to be that you could use plumber's tape, which was a thin metal strapping. Nowadays they say this plumber's tape is not going to be valuable. It doesn't hold the hot water heater. What you need is thick metal strapping like this, and you can get it at any local hardware store. It's about $15 for the whole kit. Strapping upper and lower, and that will go ahead and secure it into studs in the wall.